Um, Two things. I want to start this off by saying, I don't know if the comments are going to be on these videos or not. I'm low key taking two things that two of the people I like do online and just kind of copying them. Well, copying is different. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if the comments are going to be on these because these are more for me than they are for anybody else. I mean, I do think what I say can resonate with people, but I don't know exactly if I want open discussion on these types of videos. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see when I go to upload it. The other thing is these videos are going to be like extremely less edited than normal. I think I may be over explaining these too much. I'm going to just talk about what I want to talk about. And I know I said two things first. It was actually four. So the second things are the second things are one thing. The videos that inspired this video is a video called How to Not Sell Your Soul to the Internet by this person that I cannot remember right now, and a really good video essay about Moonlight and Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. When I was in elementary school, I know that's so crazy about who am I apologizing to? I'm not apologizing to anybody. When I was in elementary school, I was very effeminate. I had a little bit of I had a sissy walk, okay? You get it, you don't. But I didn't understand why that was a problem. I just kind of would get made fun of and get called a girl, and I never really understood it because I was raised by mostly women, and not even just by mostly women. A majority of the people in my family are women, so I didn't really get on both sides of my family are women, and they all are set good examples for me of how to be a person. So I didn't get what me being considered girly or being considered feminine as a boy, I didn't really get why that was a bad thing. I just got the connotation that, or I just got the idea that the way I'm acting, I'm gonna try to slow down. I just got the idea that the way I'm acting, which is natural to me, is feminine or girly. I'm acting like a girl, and that, for whatever reason, is bad in the eyes of my peers. Don't know why, but me acting girly, immediately my brain, before I knew what that really meant, before I knew what being gay or trans or any of that was, I just understood I'm a boy, and me acting like a girl is bad. There's a negative connotation there that I gotta fix that. So moving forward, I get to middle, I would try, we're not gonna go to middle school yet. Moving forward, I would try to act more like a boy, and I started playing like basketball at recess and stuff, and got really into karate. Immediately quit that. My family said I did it for a year. Girl, I was not doing any of those routines. No. And I did soccer. And even then when I did soccer, I had a lot of hair. So I would still get looks from other people being like, oh, boys team, why is there a girl on here? Stupid shit like that. And the coaches and stuff did love me because I was really funny. Still am. But I still would get, regardless of me playing these sports and doing karate, would still get the nigga you gay type shit from my own peers. So then moving forward into middle school, eventually I was like, you know what, I can't really win, and I don't think there's a way for me to act masculine and be happy. I don't think that there is any type of universe or any type of world where I can be this version of myself that everybody supposedly wants me to be and be happy with myself at the same time. I can't do that. So then the cogs in my head were not turning to be like, okay, well, maybe you should just like do what you want and not care. They got there, but before then I was just like, I'm just not gonna talk. I'm just not gonna do shit. I'm not gonna do anything to bring attention to myself, because when I do talk, the girls can hear some form of a I don't even know, because I don't have a gay lisp. I'm just really, I don't know. I talk how I talk. I don't know how to. I don't know. I've gotten comments on how I speak for a really long time, saying I'm articulate, and I don't think I'm articulate. I think I just speak in a way that's natural to me. I don't know. So when eventually I did get to the point where I was like, okay, I am gay, I'm gonna roll with this for a little bit. I got there by realizing, no, we're gonna go back one more time. Even before the whole feminine shit started, I was still getting, we're gonna say, othered by people, by my peers, because of the way that I looked. Regardless of me talking, regardless of how long my hair was, these things, which I know are sick as hell, these things got a lot of negative attention, and I repeatedly be called names because of them. And I know that, no, I'm not gonna downplay that. That did bother the fuck out of me. That was really fucking annoying. I remember some kid at like Halloween started crying because they thought I was the devil or some shit. That was so fucking annoying. I think they were like maybe 4. I had to be 8. They had to be like maybe 4 or something. I wanted to kick the fuck out of that kid. I don't care. I really don't care. I wanted to beat that kid's ass. You're ruining my night. Anyway, it's Halloween. I'm supposed to be getting candy, and you're crying, bitch. There's a fucking werewolf behind me, and you're scared of me because of my eyebrows. I'm Captain Goddamn America. I just don't have on my mask right now, bitch. Anyway. So I was still, regardless of how I talked or anything, and I forgot to mention, I'm at a predominantly white school, because this was where I lived before all the black people moved in. So predominantly white school, already getting looks, already getting called a girl, already getting called a goddamn demon and shit. So that's, 3 or 4 points negative, 3 or 4 negative points on the docket. And then I start realizing, damn, maybe I do like other guys. Fuck, that's another thing added to the docket. And I can't let niggas know that, because then they're gonna have some type of, they're right, and I didn't want people to be right. Because like, who the fuck are you? Why are you telling me what I am before let me figure that out for myself? The fuck? We're in elementary school. We went back to elementary school. Okay, we're gonna keep going forward now to middle school. Getting to that point where I was like, okay, I am a gay nigga. Y'all are gonna have to deal with it. All of my friends were like, well, we knew. And I was like, okay, good for you, bitch. I didn't. I had to figure that out. I was calling myself bi. No. 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 But, okay. And I'm not, the editing on these are going to be very minimal. I don't think I'm going to do that many cuts. I don't really think I'm going to do cuts either. I should slow down while I talk, so I have time to listen and think. We'll do that for another one. But the reason I'm talking about this, is because the video essay I brought up earlier talking about Giovanni's Room and Moonlight is a video essay that basically discusses how Chiron and I cannot think of the other guy's name right now. Basically, because of societal pressures, got forced into playing the role of heterosexual men so that nobody would mess with them. And I'm paraphrasing like fuck because it's a really good video and I think everybody should watch it. If they do see this video, I would like them to go and watch that video because it's really good, and I'm not going to do it justice in this one because it's not. I'm relating it to my own experience as a person. Chiron, just going to talk about Chiron since I can't remember the other guy's name. Chiron getting bullied because everybody else can tell he's gay and he don't even know what the fuck I think in that movie he asks, was that in that movie? I'm pretty sure he asked what's a Azalea Banks. What's up? So he didn't even know what that was. There's no concept of sexuality yet and is getting made fun of for that, and he don't even know what that means. That's a crazy ass fucking concept for you to be judging me based off of something that I don't even fully understand yet, and you don't even fully understand yet. To be honest, we're 8. What? And I don't think kids obviously are not kids don't come out thinking like that. That mess is taught, which Kai Cenat and the other one you will be dealt with because my nephew want to come into my room talking about some English or Spanish. I say English. Whoever moves first is gay. You don't know how to... I'm not going to shade you too much, but you barely know math. You don't know what gay is. You don't know what gay is. But you... Regardless, Chiron has been messed with and picked on for a majority of his young life because of something that is fully out of his control. And instead of him continue, and he finds somebody, brains everywhere. He finds somebody who's like him in that other guy. I cannot think of his name right now. And that other guy, and then is forced to fight that man because if other guy, we're gonna call him Tim, if Tim does not beat Chiron's ass in this game of push down, which is what happens in the movie, spoilers, he's gonna be like, everybody else is gonna start thinking, oh well, you're gay too because you're not participating. So which eventually leads to Tim beating Chiron's ass and Chiron coming back and beating the fuck out of the bully's ass and getting the shit at the source. And my mom watched the movie and she thought that was like him trying to assert dominance or some shit. That's him. And the video essayist I watched interpreted it as him taking out the source of the problem, which is the homophobia that he's experiencing, which is that guy. That's the one that I agree with more because obviously I didn't break a chair over anybody's head. I didn't get to that point. You chopping it up in here? No. But I think 90%, title of this video, I was just about to say it. I think that 90% of gender is just acting. I think it is just performing. Me being a boy at like the ripe age of 4 through like 10, getting made fun of and picked on for attributes of my character that I had no control over, that were natural to me and that came to me normally, and then trying to change those things so that other people would feel comfortable around me makes no sense. And it's something that I know a lot of people do. I mean, look at I Saw the TV Glow. I think I Saw the TV Glow is a perfect example of this. I haven't fully seen that movie, but I know about the clip where that man looks in the mirror and, well, not man, but when they look in the mirror and see the fact that, oh, there's a whole nother world in here, and then goes back and covers it up out of fear because he doesn't want everybody else to judge. They don't want everybody else. We're gonna call him. He doesn't want everybody else to judge him for his truth. And I think that people who consider themselves, the idea of, I'm talking a lot. Why am I apologizing? This isn't for anybody. When people try to push this idea of what a real man or what a real woman is, that tells me that they are not comfortable with themselves and that they don't know what a real man or a real woman is. Because if you consider yourself a real man, you don't need to do things to prove that you're a real man. You are a real man. If you consider yourself a real woman, you don't need to do things to prove to the world that you are a real woman. You see yourself as a real woman. There's not a checklist of things that you have to get done in order to prove to everybody that you are actually a woman or that you are actually a man or that you are worthy of being seen as such, because you already know within yourself that's true. And when you start pushing on other people that they aren't doing things, they aren't living how men should live or how women should live, that just speaks to how uncomfortable you are. Because if you were comfortable with the way that you were living, you would not feel the need to point out the flaws in how other people are living, if that makes sense. And there's this whole part about how in Giovanni's room there's this man and this woman and this wife and this husband, and the wife basically explains, I need you so that I can prove to people that I'm just as much of a woman as you need me to prove to everybody else that you are just as much of a man. The only reason that we are married to each other, we're not in love. The only reason we are married to each other is because you need this evidence that you have done the right thing. You are living the correct way as a man, because you have a wife, because you have a house, you have, I don't know, a fucking Ford Ranger truck, you have a goddamn 3-figure job, which isn't bad for anybody, but you're doing this, and I need to stay here as the woman now. I need to stay here and I need to do XYZ to prove that I actually am a real woman. And that those concepts don't exist. I don't think there is a concrete definition of what a real woman is, the same way there's not a concrete definition of what a real man is, because there's too many variables for everybody's life for you to say that you don't meet the criteria of what a real woman is. I'm gonna conk this out at 20 minutes because I see it's at 18, and I think that this is already too long. I just really felt like yapping in front of a camera and getting this out of my head, because I've been thinking about this for a really long time, and it pisses me off when I see other people try to belittle and make fun of and push the idea of their idea of what a real man or what a real woman is onto other people. And I don't think that's fair, and I don't think that's right. And it annoys me as a trans person that is still such a normalized thing. And I'm upset for myself that I had to go through that bullshit from niggas that did not understand, that don't fully understand themselves even. And I don't even know if that's a fact, but still, for you to be kids are kids. Everybody makes stupid decisions. But even then, me at the ripe age of 8, I was not judging anybody based off of how they talked or how they look. I probably was, like, for grown men, but not for grown people in general. But I was not judging somebody based off the way that they were talking. And I think for a child to be judging somebody based off of the way that they are talking, that is a taught mentality. That's not something that they automatically know to do, because I was raised amazingly. And even though I did have a parent who did want me to be a real man, I still ended up the way I did, and I still am the way I am. So that shit isn't. You're too grown. If you're at this age and you're still thinking like that, you're too grown. Is it the core of what I'm saying? You're playing a role. I think a real woman is just a role. I think a real man is just a role that has been made up, and people really want to continue perpetuating. People really want to continue pushing on to other people. I'm going to say that. People really want to continue pushing on to other people so that they can feel comfortable with the way that they're living, and that they don't think that they're doing anything wrong, or that they didn't make a mistake while they were being brought up or anything, so that they can be comfortable with their errors. And I just said a whole lot of stuff, and I don't know if it will actually make sense. But I feel pretty good about it. So if this gets uploaded, maybe a normal thing, may not be a normal thing. Will the comments be on? We'll see. We don't know. I don't know. But yeah. Find your own sense of normalcy is what I'm trying to say. What is normal to you will not be normal to everybody else. And obviously that doesn't mean, harming others or doing anything crazy. I think if your sense of normalcy is attacking people, you need to go seek help. But yeah, you need to go seek help. But if your sense of normalcy is, if you're like a man and your sense of normalcy is things that are more feminine, who the fuck cares? If you're a woman and your sense of normalcy is things that are more considered masculine, who the fuck cares? I think niggas are gonna die. like not to get morbid, but like people are gonna die. Who cares? You don't need these 70 million different things to prove that you're a woman. You don't need these 70 million things to prove that you're a real man. It makes no sense. There is no real man. There is no real man. There is none of that. I don't believe in any of that. And I used to think that for me to feel a sense of normalcy in my body, I would have to get into drag or something. And then I kind of realized I don't want to have to put on a wig and do my makeup differently and play a character to feel at one with myself. I would rather just be at one with myself continuously, all the time. Why do I gotta play a part so I can feel confident in my skin? That makes no sense. I'd rather be confident the entire time and just not be confident than be only confident when I dressed a certain way. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know what I mean. Self-expression is a whole lot of other things. It's not just clothing is what I'm saying. It's also a lot of inward stuff. That's it. Yeah.